Welcome back, guys, to Adventures with the Romance Author, me. And today we're going to look into soft oil pastels. I have been just holding back getting into these until I could do this video, so we're going to finally get to play with these. So stick around. Hello again, guys. I want to thank Lightwish for sending me this set to try out. And you know, with my channel, we're not professionals. We're experimenting. We're learning. And this is what we do here. We try to make things approachable. I may make art, but I want to make art approachable for everybody. So, what I'm going to do is show you this, show you the colors, show you the blending, do a mixed media piece with the oil pastels to show you what I can create with them and to give you a better idea if you should pick these up and give them a try yourself. Okay? We're not going to get into light fastness and this, that, and the other thing and all that. No, we are just approaching this, as we do on my channel, from someone new wanting to try, okay? And how it feels and how easy it is to work with and what you can do and how hard it would be to begin, okay? As long as we have that understanding, we're going to have some fun with this, and I'll give you my honest review if I think you could go to your store or order it online and have yourself some fun with this. And if you find that you love oil pastels, then you can take it further. You can learn more. You can expand your ability. I'm just the first step, and I don't mind being the first step. Someone has to be, and someone has to lead you in the right direction. So let's do this. Okay, so we have 48 colors in here. It says buttery soft, intense colors, smooth texture. And it's a really sturdy box too. So it's going to be a nice box to be able to hold your pastels in where they won't get damaged. And you'll be able to, keep them relatively safe without ever hurting them. And then we have our protection here. Oh my, look at them all. Here, I'll spin it around so I can put the whites on the bottoms. Yay! Oh, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4 whites. Wait, maybe 5. There we go. So white is very important. Use it a lot when you're mixing colors and things like that. So I'm very thankful for that. Now, look at them all. Wow. Okay, these are beautiful, and the container is beautiful. I find that, you'll sit here and try to pick out the pastel. Just push on the bottom and pop it up. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That way you're not picking away at it, trying to get your nail in there to get them out. It just pops up quite easily. Okay? See, beginner friendly. Oh. Master level oil pastel. Moss green. I like it. I do. And it gives the number. I can't wait to get into these and get them on some paper. Now you can use oil pastels. Ooh, look at that. Wow, so soft. That's nice. Gonna be nice to work with. You can use oil pastels on watercolor paper, acrylic paper, canvas, what have you. And it's pretty open, honestly. But you must remember that they take longer to dry, just like oil paint. So a fixative, a varnish, some type, after you've finished your piece of art and let it sit for a couple days, it would be advised to actually cover it with a varnish and a fixative, something to protect it before you decide what you want to do with it, like put it under glass or what have you, frame it. But yeah, so anyway, I will show you what I use at the end, and then, but there's plenty on the market that you can use. So don't, specifically need my varnish. It's just the one I use. Okay, so we're going to get started, get a piece of paper out and have some fun. I've pulled out my watercolor pad for this. Let's see. Okay, let's get to a page. Wonderful. Okay, and this is where we're going to have some fun and play around with the colors. I'm going to show you some of the colors and how they blend, and we'll go from there, and then we'll move on to the mixed media artwork that we'll be completing in this video. So I have a paper towel that I am going to have handy for, wiping off your pastels, because when you use them together, you'll get mixture of colors on there. So you want to keep them clean. I like using these stumps for blending as well as my fingers. Okay, so the paper towel will be good for cleaning that off as well as my fingers. And where should we begin? Let's pick a color. Let's pick one color from each section and see what we get. How's that? Okay, so from the first section, I can't help myself. Look at that. Look at that color. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. Rose red. Very soft. Okay, so let's see. Oh, well, look at that. Just beautiful color. Beautiful. Let's see how it goes. If you want to blend it with your finger. Very nice. Now, I'm going to put it down like this. Let's blend it with a stump. Nice. And that a little bit of discoloration is my fault. I should have cleaned the stump off first because I had used it on something else. So let's do it again, but this time with a clean one. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, just beautiful. You let the heat of your fingers warm it up. Oh. Love it. Love it. Okay, so next color. Should we go for a lighter one this time? Let's try this one. What is this? Vibrant orange. I guess that isn't a lighter color, but it is a different color. Okay, let's see. Oh, look at that. That's nice. That's nice coverage. That just, it just covers beautifully. Beautifully. I have a very thick tooth watercolor paper here, so it will show the tooth underneath. If you don't like that, choose a different kind of paper. It's completely your choice. You see what I mean by tooth? See the texture? Look at how textured it is, right? But look how much coverage that first one gives. And look at how bright it is. Okay, so that was vibrant orange, and I would say, yes, it is vibrant. How about a green? Let's do a green. Let's do a forest green. Gotta remember, so you can see it too. Okay, now I'm going to turn this way so you can see. Now you can see, even with this very toothy paper, that it does cover it beautifully when you use it fully on there with, you know, a little pressure. So you don't need to worry that it's going to show through unless you want it to. And then that's really light. And then use a stump. There we go. Okay, so remember, it all depends on the type of paper you're using too. And if, say, you gessoed your canvas, if it's a smooth surface, it's going to give you a different effect. Now, let's go over to the blues. Let's try this one. Bluish green. Ooh, okay. Oh, like I expected, beautiful coverage. Beautiful coverage. Very nice. Let's use my little stump for this one. And then I will clean my stumps off so that I don't end up, you know, blending them together. But look at that. I'm serious. Look how soft it is too. See? See where I used it? Where I pressed hard. Like, that is beautiful. Okay, so you can see in these colors, if you press and want a really thick coverage, you get it. If you want to blend, you get that too. Now remember, very toothy paper here, watercolor toothy paper. So when we do my mixed media artwork, it's going to be on an acrylic paper, which is different and doesn't have such a big tooth. Okay, so this was just for testing. But I think they're beautiful. I think they look beautiful, and they certainly do what they say they do. They are soft, they are buttery, and they're beautiful. Like, I'm loving these colors. I mean, here, let's try this one. I can't help myself. Oh, look at that. I'm serious. What one was this? Ultramarine blue. My, oh my. Oh, sorry, I hit the camera. Can you see that? Wow. And the colors are beautiful. Okay, so we've tried a few colors. I've shown you what they look like on this really toothy watercolor paper with full coverage, and then doing it with your finger, smudging it with your finger, and then using the stump. So far, I'm loving these. These are wonderful, and I mean, the array of colors can't be beat. Like, I'm not searching. And then whatever I can blend as well. So that's not even going to matter. And the fact that we get so much white is really helpful. You will find you go through white a lot with your mixing, and you're making pastels and all the colors you want to make. So that's going to come in handy as well. So far, we're doing great. Now remember, we're at an entry level here where I'm explaining everything to you so you can decide if you want to try pastels, if you've never tried pastels before. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this pad over to the side so that I can test out colors perhaps before I use it on my artwork, and blending and all that as well. So we will keep that to the side. We will keep our beautiful colors, our array, to this side. And I will show you what we're working on. Okay, this is on acrylic paper, and I've drawn a sketch of flowers. I've painted over it with a wash of purple watercolor. And then I used the drip technique and used acrylic. Let me see what I've got. Yep, and what color is this? Light blue violet. And dripped them down so it looks like the flowers are dripping with color. And now we're going to use these beautiful oil pastels to fashion the flowers and everything. So I'm excited to share this with you. Now remember, I mentioned this in a previous video, fat over lean, which means you can use oils over acrylics, and you can use acrylics over water, and you can use oil over watercolors as well. What you need to remember is that the oiliest or the heaviest paint needs to be on top. Okay, so that means you can't start with an oil color and then put acrylic on top of that and then watercolor on top of that, because the acrylic and watercolor won't stay. So you start with the lightest. So if it's watercolor or acrylic, that would go on the bottom. And then on top would be your fattest, the oils. Okay? So just keep that in mind, and then you won't have anything peeling off your painting when you're done. Okay, we're back. I'm just deciding on colors. I'm loving the blues. Maybe this one's too light. Maybe the purples, but this one might be too light as well. And these two, and these maybe? These for the lighter, those for the darker, mixing blues and purples. Hey, it's your artwork. You can do it any way you want. So let's start there. Oh, well, I'll go catch that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to be wearing a glove. It helps keep my hands cleaner because I'll be smudging around in all this wonderful color, and I don't want to make a mess of the entire area. And I like using these for blending. These are fun. So I've got a few of those. Oh my goodness, I am having a day with things rolling off of my desk. And then I have these tools as well. Okay, so let's begin. And I do believe I will start with my darkest color and work my way out. So I got my darks in the middle, and then it'll go lighter as we get out. And then, of course, we have the centers, which will be a different color entirely. So let's go. Look how smooth that is. If I can show you. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Just absolutely gorgeous. And just beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to do a little bit defining, and then I'm going to be going ahead and spreading it out. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Okay. This is so, I don't know, with a lack of word, better word, but soft and, I don't know, juicy looking. I mean, really beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Like, the color is stunning. Oh, I'm going to love playing with these oil pastels. See? And now, the little guys, these makeup applicators, you can get them in boxes, fairly cheap on Amazon or what have you. And I can use, you know, one applicator for one color and don't have to worry about like accidentally getting a color mixed with another color when I don't want them to. So let me show you what I've got so far. Okay. And it's working beautifully. Now, let's bring in a lighter color and see about blending. Okay? We'll see how this goes. We'll use a new one for this color. Oh, look at that. That's nice. I want to show you like ranges of colors. So let's do a more purple one down here. So I'm going to do a couple side by side here. And a new one, because we want to keep our colors reasonably separated on our smudging, blending. Beautiful. Now let's bring in a lighter purple for the ends. Okay. Oops, sorry. I banged right into it, but look how luscious that is. Can you see? These oil pastels are wonderful. So what I'm going to do a couple blue ones, some purple ones. We've got some leaves in here as well. And I'm going to put you on a little bit of high speed and we'll work through this and you can see how easy it is. Okay, so we have the initial colors in, and now I've picked a lighter color to do highlights. Let's see. Isn't that beautiful? We'll blend them in a minute. I just want to get them in the places I want them so that let's see how this goes. Oh, wow. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And in the background, you probably can hear my kitty. Lily is meowing, wanting her attention. Wow. Look at that. And it's so buttery smooth. Oh my goodness. Remember, this is your artwork. You can do it any way you like. You don't have to do it like I do it. You can do it any way you want to. And that's the thing about art. It's your own personal. It's very objective. Now let's put a light purple. Let's see. What can we put here? I want to see what this looks like on the middle. Since we're just playing around and having fun. Wow. Very pretty. It adds dimension. You know? So you can see the outlines of the petals, you know? And you can get a feel for where they are. What do you think? Not bad. Not bad at all. And they're so smooth and easy to work with. I'm going to continue on with the rest of the painting, and I will come back when we're basically done with a certain point, like the flowers, and show you where we're at. Here we are. We've got the flowers done. Well, initial base level done. Of course, we'll be tweaking those. And now we're going to do the leaves and the stem and the pods, flower pods. So I think they've turned out beautifully. And the oil pastels, really easy to work with, really easy to work with. So on with the leaves. We have our leaves done. So this is what we're looking at so far. Hope you like it. And as for the oil pastels, they've worked beautifully. So what I'm going to do is tidy this all up, and in the end, I will show you the final. Well, that brings us to the end of our video. I want to thank the Lightwish people for sending me this wonderful, wonderful palette of oil pastels. They really, really actually, they work beautifully. They are soft and creamy and blend together beautifully. And here's the proof in the pudding kind of thing. Here's my my work of art, as you might put it. But yeah, I think it really is worth it. I think it did a good job. It performed nicely. I have zero complaints. So, and the little edging, that was from the watercolor that I had put down initially. So that has nothing to do with the oil pastels. So that's not their problem. But my tape that did not work as well as I had hoped when I taped it down. But yeah, if you can see how beautifully it all worked out. No, I am very impressed. I love this, and will use this set many times over. So no worries there. I think it is a perfect introductory for someone who wants to learn how to do this, or for someone who already does know how to use oil pastels and wants to just pick up something that works very well and is actually like so creamy and nice to work with. Oh, so anyway, there'll be more to come with these because I'm addicted now. But I want to thank you guys for being here and sticking through the video. I hope you're all being kind to each other. Like, subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, we'll talk again.